Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on VGPR. Before I get started, I want to note that it is 2:40 p.m. Eastern Time, so we still have over an hour before the market closes. But I feel comfortable doing this video right now, just because if you look at the past history of this chart, it just doesn't seem to want to go red. So I'm feeling confident that this day will either close something like this, or if anything, go green some more. Um, and besides, I'm not really doing this just from this single day perspective. I'm doing it more for just kind of the overall trend right now in the overall chart. I've been getting some questions about it and had some people point this out. I pulled up a chart, and needless to say, I was pretty impressed by it. This is definitely the exception, not the rule. Usually charts don't do this. This is what I call defined chart gravity, meaning it just refuses to go down. It's had some intraday pullbacks represented by these wicks here, lower shadows, whatever you want to call them. But it seems like every day, well, not seems like, it's true that every day, the chart closes green. So I want to go over just supports, resistances, is kind of and what to look forward uh, in the future in terms of resistance levels. First, though, let's start off with support. And the key thing here that happened over the past few days was, let's just extend this chart out. You see we have this orange line swooping down here. This is the 200-day simple moving average. And for anybody that's not familiar with charts, there's pretty much two main moving averages that basically everybody use. One being the 50-day and the other the 200-day. So they're big moving averages. They have lots of the self-fulfilling prophecies tagged with them. And you can see that this was a resistance level. So if we zoom back in, you can see that, and we'll go through. So we had it sitting above the chart. It was approaching it here. It actually knocked down the chart, but then here broke through it, closed above it, and then you can see on this following day here, bounced off it, and then that's where we currently are. So from a support standpoint right now, this 200-day simple moving average is, and I'm just going to draw a line to represent that, is one of the key support levels. And then I'm going to change that to green because it is support. And there it is. Right now it's currently valued at, and it's pretty hard to see with this color, but 0.0068. And this is a dynamic one, meaning it changes, but being it's 200-day, it'll take more than a few days to get this price to change because there are lots of days factored into the formula. But right now, this support level is at 0.0068, and that's the first key support level that you'd ideally like to see hold. Now, eventually this chart's going to have to pull back at some point. When, I have no idea. Like I said, this is the exception. So, it could just keep going up. I don't know. When there's going to be any sort of pullback. It's definitely been breaking all the charting rules in terms of, when charts normally pull back. So this is defined chart gravity, a freak of nature, whatever you want to call it. But if it does pull back, ideally, if it came back down here and hovered right around here, that would be pretty darn healthy for the chart because you have this support level. It allows some profit takers out, and then ideally you'd build a higher support level up here, and then eventually, hopefully, take back off to the upside. Will that happen? I don't know. It may just keep on chugging upwards, but if it does pull back, ideally, this would be a good spot. Now, you do have other support levels below you still. You have your 10-day, which is that red line. You have your 20-day, which is that gray line, which are trying to catch up. So even if this level falls, you still do have these two support levels down here. So what I'm getting at here is the path of least resistance is up because you're starting to form all sorts of support levels if there is a pullback. Now, in terms of resistance levels, let's see. We have a very key one up here, which is, not surprising, normally the case, but at a penny. Now, this is always the big psychological one regardless, so I'm going to make this a little extra thick. But also, looking back at the history of the chart, you can see quite a bit of price action around this area. You saw a bunch of highs hit it there and bounce off, saw some more highs back here, bounce off. So the penny, was knocking down the price over in these two areas back here in June and early July. So if you can break above this and get a close, that's going to be a big move and a significant move in terms of the bulls really starting to flex their muscles and show their strength. And then after that, the chart really kind of thins out and not too much history, but After a penny, you have this area up here at a penny and a half, 0.015, and then after that, things really could start moving. But one step at a time. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, so we'll just zoom back in here, and right now, just have the penny up here being the key resistance, and then this support level here being the key level that you want to see hold as support. So one more time, if there are any questions or anything, let me know. But we still do have an hour and 15 minutes before the market closes. So this is might not be what the chart closes and looks like, but like I said, the 2 points I wanted to convey is 1 penny is the key resistance. This 200-day simple moving average is the key support. So hopefully those areas can hold if there is a pullback. If you do have any other questions, please shoot me a message. I'd also encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the newsletter, you will be sent a free ebook, which has been getting good reviews. And then with your subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, from big boards all the way down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody, and no strings attached. It is all free, so it's worth at least checking out. One last time, this was VGPR. Thanks for listening.